Hi, I'm Konomori and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel with the beginning of the third chapter.
It was the middle of June. With summer well underway, a rainy spell seemed to hang over Trista. With our field study wrapped up, the other members of Class 7 and I returned to normal school life. But just when we thought we'd gotten used to the challenging lessons and the breakneck workload, a moment of dread washed over us, making our blood run cold.
As you all know, tomorrow marks the start of your midterm exams. I'm no good with all these papers and essays and circling answers, so I won't really be able to help you much. But I'm administering some of your tests, so I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Make me proud, class!
Sometimes I lay awake at night and wonder how you became our teacher.
As I recall, aren't you in danger of a lecture by the vice principal if our performance isn't up to par?
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Most of you tend to get pretty high grades anyway. I can hardly wait to see how well you all do. Remember, the results will be announced next Wednesday. Your scores will be posted on the board by rank, so you can see how you compare to the other classes in your year.
He just doesn't care. He still has this casual wear.
The sooner this week is over, the better.
I can almost taste the tedium.
I'm not gonna let Emma squeak by me again this time.
Oh, one more thing. They're gonna stick the average score for each class up there on the board, too.
Our class averages?
I suppose their intent is to furnish us with motivation in the form of class bragging rights.
Well, I do enjoy a challenge.
Anyway, I know it's only noonish, but I think that's enough homeroom for today. You guys can stay here and study, or just head on back to your dorms. Up to you. Prez, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. Stand, bow.
Jeez, what should I do? I could stand to bone up on just about everything, honestly. But my biggest worry right now is math. I wouldn't mind doing a few study sessions with you, if you think it would help. I need to review math anyway. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spare though. You mean it? That'd be a huge help. My biggest weak spot is Arabonian history, I guess. I doubt that comes as a huge surprise to anyone. I think I understand all the material we've gone over directly in class, but there are some finer points. I can aid you with that, if you like. Though in return, I appreciate a fresh pair of eyes to help revise my military science essay. It'd be my pleasure. Would you like to study with me, Fee? I guess so. Oh, would you two mind if I jumped in too? I could use a little refresher on my classics. Of course, you're more than welcome. Would you like to join us, Laura? No, I appreciate your invitation, but I'll have to pass this time. There's a subject I need to review in private. I see you all later. Huh? What's up with her? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I could have sworn I saw her looking over at Fee. Hey, Reen. Hey, what is it? You heading back to the dorms? You're totally welcome to come study with us if you want. I wasn't planning on heading straight back. I might come and join you guys a bit later. Alright then. Perhaps we'll see you later. The day before the exam is a free day. Talking to certain characters will allow you to study with them. When you run out of bonding points, the time of day will change to evening and the main story will advance. Well, I have 6 study points. We can get some character profiles, it seems. Everyone's so absorbed in studying for their midterms. I don't think anyone would call my grades amazing, so maybe I should start doing the same. My parents' threats are to be believed. The fate of my allowance depends on it. Studying for exams? Ha! Sure, you jest. Excellent grades come naturally to me. There's no need for something as common as studying. That's just the nature of the ability after all. We have gifts that mere commoners cannot fathom. But you've got pencil marks all over your hands. Your imagination is playing tricks on you. If you let it lead to you any further, you might imply that I've been studying in secret just to show Elisa. Ellen, are you sure you don't want to study with Bridget? I mean, she's definitely went out of her way to ask you and everything. I don't need her help. Let's hurry up and get back to the dorms so we don't get soaked. Sure. I am not asking Bridget for help. I can study for midterms on my own just fine, thanks. What's with Ellen? That Bridget girl seemed pretty close to him for a noble. You might not have noticed, but I'm an orbital science whiz. My dad's a Rainford employee, and he always used to help me study. Gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good about these exams. I can't wait to get a perfect score and surprise Uncle Makarov. Help you study? Sorry, I can't teach to save my life. The music room is actually a great place to study during the test period. It's so quiet. I invited Ellen along to study with me, but he turned me down. Maybe he really is trying to avoid me. Let's study with them. Wait. Not yet. Let's first do the other stuff. Is there really any need to study for those tests? It should be easy enough to get a decent grade without a panicked scramble to study. That's quite a claim. I go to class, it shouldn't be too hard to get a decent grade. So instead of wasting my time cramming, I'm going to focus on my art. We can also do one extra scene up here at the rooftop. Not with her, but still. I love the rain. Let me let you in on a little secret. I don't even need to study thanks to a special little trick of mine. Page 44 will be on our orbital science exam. This is certain. This is fate. You're just making things up now. But what if she does have some sort of special powers? I mean, it couldn't hurt to study that page, just in case. Increase your knowledge of orbital science. It was one for the perfect, near perfect score you can get at the exam. What we also want to do. No, special scene I wanted I wanted to do isn't even here. It's in the library. It's certain credulity to imagine that anyone would forget the umbrella during such an extended period of rain. Master Vincent has always been one to defy expectations, however. Might escort you home, mademoiselle. We can stroll along, safely tucked under the same umbrella, as the raindrops perform their emotional, percussive concert. I am afraid I'm going to have to decline your clearly selfless offer, because I'll be studying for our midterms right here. I might think about it if you manage to score better than me on the midterms. You always seem to be just below me. As cold as always, I see. But I must ask, mademoiselle, would it not break your heart to see me sharing an umbrella with another fine lady? My heart would be fine. In fact, I'd feel better if you did. Tone down. Our midterms are really closing in. But I'm more afraid of the exam period being over than the exams themselves. When it's all over, I have to start going to swimming club practice again. And never mind, just ignore me, please. I'm planning on studying in the cafe in town today. Hopefully that will keep my mind on the midterms and off everything else. So first let's go to the library. Oop. There's a famous saying about days like these. Margaritas always go down smoothest in the rain. That's why I'm so tantalizing when the dark clouds roll in. But just look, don't touch. I think I've hit my limit, actually. Why can't I run? The book entitled Political Economics, a primer, sits primarily on the shelf. Given the subject matter, this book seems really accessible. This would probably make for a good refresher. Oh, a book on horse riding. It's not what I should be reading right now. I've got to study for my exams, not about horses. I can't wait to show those upper class students up. Hello, Black Cat. Meow. How that cat managed to get in here? I guess it must have been looking for somewhere to get out of the rain. Actually, I have some fresh milk on me. Should I give her some? Give her fresh milk. She seems so happy. Maybe I'd bring her some more another time. Oh, hello there. Did you come along to go review some of what we've covered in class? Actually, I was just passing by. Oh, come now. There's no need to be shy, not even when it comes to history. Let's get started, shall we? Why don't we go over every little thing that might possibly come up on your exams? This sounds like it could be helpful, if I can actually stay awake. Guess we stumbled upon an interesting book where he was returning his teaching materials. It's entitled The Truth Behind Saint Sandlers and rates in at a whopping 380 pages. Halloween can't join me for an enjoyable read. Well, gee, I'd love to, but I am so busy with studying that I really must be off now. Sorry. Solid omelette. To me, I've never seen a dish quite like this before. This will definitely help with my research. If you discover any more curious cuisine, please visit me at once. I've read everything we have. Thank you for help with my research. Here's a little gift in exchange. I hope it helps you like you've helped me. EP short. Brown liquid. Hampering rice. So, Dr. Thomas, library, second floor. Political economics at Primer I have. All main building, main building, main building, main building. Main building, Student Union. The trip just stopped. Okay, let's talk with them. Elliot, you should definitely switch your clothes. Oh, so this is where you are. Whoa, when you guys study, you two don't mess around. Well, no better motivator than fear, right? Our exam starts tomorrow, and we've got to know our orbital science. I want to make sure I study as much as possible. I possibly can before then. There's no such thing as too prepared. Besides, this is our last chance to get a full day of studying in. How about it, Green? Up for one last marathon study session? Yes. Sure, I join you guys for a while. Orbital science isn't quite my forte anyway. In that case, let's get started with the basics. Sounds good to me. So, orbital energy is generated by septium, right? And it differs from other types of energy in that it replenishes itself over time. It's hard to imagine what life would be like without it. Orbital energy is in everything: lighting, railways, telephones, battle ornaments. That segues nicely into our next topic. Let's talk battle ornaments. The first key feature is their portability. The second is the ability to synchronize with their user, allowing them to easily use orbital arts, magic for the everyman. Feature 3 is the flexibility. And battle ornaments capabilities can change dramatically based on the quartz within. That summary wouldn't have been more perfect if we read it out of the textbook. That's our Machias. I can't believe you could rattle off all that without even stopping to think. But if you already have the basics down, are you just trying to help me instead of focusing on what you really need to study? No, it's not that. Reciting the information I've learned like this helps it stick in my memory. It might look flashy, but this is really productive studying for me too. Well, everyone needs a method. As I said earlier, it's not possible to be too prepared. And while we still have a lot of ground to cover in our orbital science review, I would appreciate it if you would help me study for a few others when we are done. Of course. I'd be happy to. Really? Well, thanks. Reen, Marcus, and Elliot continued their orbital science studies, feeling much more confident about the exam every minute. Your bond. Okay. Next stop, I would say, is the Student Union. But I say we do this next time. See you then. Bye.